How do I get back on track? Anisa is asking. So, Anisa, give me a little bit more information. When you say on track, what's kind of going on? Have you fallen off completely? Are you making a few bad choices here and there? Have you gained all your weight back? Have you just gained a couple pounds back? What does falling off mean? Because usually, when I deal with most people, getting back on track just means mentally finding the path again, right? Because I did a live yesterday in one of the other groups, and I was talking about how there's no, like, you cannot lose this game. You cannot lose the game of weight loss. You cannot lose the game of health if you don't stop playing. The only losers in this game are the ones that stop playing. So if you just keep pulling yourself up, keep asking for help, keep searching for answers, you'll never lose. It's only a matter of time. It's not if, it's when you'll reach your goals. So first of all, if you feel, and not, this isn't just for Anisa, but if you feel like you've fallen off track, whether that's because of everything that's going on or you fell off track before then, number one, forgive yourself. Okay, forgive yourself, let it go. You know, feeling guilty and beating yourself up over it is going to do absolutely nothing but keep you in a bad state of mind, which we all know, if it's a bad state of mind, you're just going to continue bad habits. So Anisa at home, so hard to start working out at home. So it's definitely an environment change to work out at home. You don't have trainers yelling at you. You don't have necessarily like cool equipment to use. You don't have the motivation of people around you. So it's a whole new ballpark. Okay, but it is not impossible. And thinking it's impossible and if you keep telling yourself it's hard, it is going to be hard. Okay, so tell yourself. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. Tell yourself you're looking forward to it. Tell yourself it's quick and you're going to enjoy it. The good thing is working out at home, you know, it does not take a lot. Okay, as long as you have a body, you can do it. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need fancy exercises. The good old go-tos are going to work. And the key here in hey Nancy, hey Deljean, hey Cheryl, hey guys, the key here to actually staying on track is doing something that you can maintain. Okay, and that means number one, it can't be a chore, so you can't be resenting it. So that means you have to pick something you're going to enjoy. Okay, doing an hour of cardio is fun for some people, it's torture for other people. What's going to be fun for you guys? What do you enjoy doing? I personally love HIIT training. So just fast, get in, get out, sweat, and you know you put the work in, full body HIIT training. That's what I love, and that's what I focus on. Sandra says, I'm sticking to 1,200 calories a day. I'm working out a few times a week, and I'm feeling good. Good. So Sandra, you're making the most of the situation. Good for you, my dear. Severine, hey, darling. So yeah, so it's not about being perfect right now. It's all about just being consistent. That's it. If you try to be perfect, you're going to be very, very disappointed, because if you were struggling before this all happened, it's going to be 10 times harder to do it now. But the good thing is that if you can prove to yourself that you can do it during these hard times, after this blows over, it's going to be a piece of cake. You're going to be stronger, you're going to be more dedicated, and you're going to be more self-assured in your own abilities. Because the thing is, you know, as women, we struggle with our weight like forever. Like I remember starting my first diet when I was like 12 or something like that. Like something ridiculous. I started dieting really, really young. And I was aware of my physical appearance, and I was self-conscious at a very, very young age. I always used to suck in my stomach because I wanted to look like Britney Spears at the time. I wanted a flat stomach like Britney Spears. So from a very young age, it's ingrained in us to look a certain way, to do certain things, to want to be like something. But the thing is, you have to be okay with where you are now. You have to be okay with where you are now. You have to love yourself in all seasons, and that's the key. Sandra, my question is, if I make a healthy veggie soup, no pasta, how do I count the calories? So if you're using the app like MyFitnessPal, Sandra, input all the ingredients separately. Okay, in the app there is a section for recipes, so you can actually input your own recipe. And then the good thing is, if you really like your soup and you're going to make it again, you can save that recipe and always go back to it. So input all of the, ingredients in your soup, so whatever, so broccoli, so either you can measure it like 1 cup of broccoli, 2 cups of broccoli, 1 head of broccoli, or if you measure it in grams, whatever, 300 grams of broccoli, input the whole soup in as a recipe, and then once you've saved it as a recipe, you can portion it out from there. And that's with the app MyFitnessPal. I hope that answers your question. It's really, really easy. It's not as complicated as you think. You just put everything in as whole, and then you separate and portion out the recipe separately. Severine, me too. I work out almost every day. Yeah, Severine, you're killing it. Severine's lost a ton of weight on our 28-day slim down challenge we're running. She's killing it. Nancy, I find I'm in the kitchen 24/7 with everyone home. I feel you. Staying on track with my food has been the hardest for me. Nancy, why do you think it's been so hard? Why do you think it's been so hard? What do you think that is? I'd be curious to see where you're coming from. Nancy has a big family as well, and she's saying she's in the kitchen 24/7. I can imagine, because when one kid is full, the other one gets hungry. So you're probably constantly cooking and making and cleaning and then recooking. So I can only imagine. I miss your smile, Sabrine. Aw, that's cute. Aniza, I have gained some weight since, but I'm not working out. Okay, so yeah, so working out. Hey, Andrea. So working out, back to this topic, this seems to be a popular topic. Working out just means it's movement, right? So what form of movement are you going to be able to stick to the most? Okay? So if that's going for a walk, if that's like throwing on some tunes, Nancy, this is for you. If you're in the kitchen 24/7, throw on your favorite playlist or make a kitchen playlist and just dance. Dance. Spend some time in there. You know, if you're finding staying on track with your food, at least you're burning extra calories while you're cooking, right? That's what I like to do. I love blasting music in the kitchen. The rest of the house doesn't like when I do it, but I enjoy it. What else do we got? Nat, we are good, bored, but safe. We miss you so much. I feel like so lazy, pain everywhere. Yeah. So really, really important, guys. If you suffer from any injuries or like chronic pain from tightness or imbalances, doing nothing is going to be really dangerous for you. You're going to get really achy. You're going to stiffen up, tighten up. All your joints are going to be locked up. You have to get moving. You have to get fresh air, and you have to drink water, like 3-4+ liters a day, like a gallon a day. Okay, it's really, really, really important. Inactivity is going to make you feel way, way worse. So Nat, you got to get moving. You know, play keep-ups in the backyard with the family. Get the soccer ball going. You got to get moving, guys. You got to get moving. You can't just sit on your ass until this blows over, because you're going to be worse off when this is done. Okay? What I want to see supermodels walking out the front door when they call off the quarantine. I want everybody to be bikini ready when this quarantine blows over. That's what I want, because that's what I'm doing, and that's what everybody in the 28-day Slim Down Challenge is doing for Kingdom of Iron. So that's what I want. Sandra, perfect. Thanks, Maddie. Keep safe, everyone. Awesome. Any other questions, guys? Are you struggling with cravings? Nancy, with 7 of us at home, I'm always cooking and I'm always tempted to eat what I'm cooking. I'm trying to quit smoking as well. Working out has never been difficult for me. Food is my weakness. Okay. So that's definitely difficult. If you're trying to avoid food cravings and smoking cravings, I feel for you. I can only imagine the mental battle going on. The only thing I can say is, the most important thing that I can say is out of sight, out of mind. Okay? Out of sight, out of mind. We do not have superhuman willpower. Like, willpower does not exist 24/7. Motivation does not exist 24/7. You have to not put yourself in situations where you're going to be tempted. Period. Period. That's what it is. People who are successful, people who have a low body fat percentage, people who are tight and toned, like all those Instagram models you see, they just don't put themselves in situations where they're tempted. So Nancy, I would suggest maybe figuring out a food schedule. Like a kitchen schedule. Like, say, I'm in the kitchen from this time to this time to make breakfast, this time for lunch, this time for dinner. If you want something out of those times, you have to make it yourself. Or you can do a big batch of snacks, big batch of stuff in a slow cooker, or freeze it and have it on hand. Okay, if kids aren't old enough to cook yet. But start structuring it, okay? It's super easy. It's just like work. Has anybody else, gotten home from work at the end of the day and you're like, holy crap, I did not stop working all day. I felt so busy. I'm so drained. I have no energy. But then you think back and you're like, well, what did I actually get done? Nothing, right? Being busy doesn't necessarily mean isn't a good thing, right? So if you find yourself in the kitchen all the time, or if you find yourself craving all the time, you have to start bringing it back and setting time limits on it. So that what you do get done, we work better under pressure. So if you set a time limit for yourself, you're going to get way more done, you're going to be way more efficient, and then double whammy, you don't have to spend all day in the kitchen. That's what I have found, especially if you're meal prepping for the whole family. You don't want to waste all your time in there. What else do we get? So when we get back to the gym, exactly, we're not going to recognize each other by the time this is over. We're all going to be shredded. Hey, Deb, Sabrine. And if you tell your mind you don't want to eat, you won't. It's true, guys. Mindset is so important. Never, never, never underestimate the power of your mindset. Your mind is so powerful. Anything you think becomes reality. Period. So if you think you're fat, you're going to be fat. If you think you're craving, you're going to crave. If you keep coming up with excuses, they come to reality and you don't act. it's really, really important that you maintain a positive mindset, okay? And there are a couple ways to do that. Number one, exercising, right? The endorphins you get from exercising is going to completely shift your mood. Plus, if you work out really, really hard, you're not going to want to eat like shit and waste the good workout you did, right? Number two is your nutrition. Now, again, I mean, nutrition is harder than ever right now. And you don't have to be super, super strict. We don't expect you to be super, super strict, but you do have to get in your micronutrients and your veggies and your fruits and things like that to make sure you're getting the vitamins and the minerals to keep your mood high, to keep your body functioning properly. You don't want to be lethargic. You don't want to lower your immune system right now. That's never fun. Nancy, love that idea. I'm going to try that. Awesome. I love it. Yeah, let me know. Try that. Like, so Nancy said she's going to try scheduling out her cooking routine. I love it. Try that. Hey, Anna. Tej, it's hard sometimes when kids are eating what they want. Been putting this next. So again, out of sight, out of mind, right? So there's two options. You either you buckle down, you say no, and kind of get out of the way. So don't put it in eyes view if it's in a pantry. Don't order out or don't get crappy foods in the house. Or you can make everybody in the house eat super, super healthy if you're the head of the household and get rid of all the snacks. That's always an option too. But usually the easiest option, especially if you have a bigger household, is to just, out of sight, out of mind. I find drinking water when it's not time to eat helps you snack because you'll be full. Yes. So if you're drinking like a gallon of water a day like you should be, you're going to be hella full. You're going to have like water up to here. So there's not going to be much room for the food that you're craving. So that's a really good tip, Anna. Thank you. Make sure that you're drinking lots and lots of water. A lot of the times we mistake hunger for thirst. So a lot of times we're just thirsty. So drink some water, right? Wait 10 minutes, drink some water, and then if you're still hungry, then you can go and have a snack. I'm going crazy. I'm home alone, going through a little bit of a depression. Some days I don't have the energy to work out. I went for a walk today to get some fresh air. It seemed to help a bit. Oh, see, there you go. So, yeah. So, Anita, number one, you're not alone, girl. I think everybody goes through a little bit of depression at some point in the day right now. It's so all over the place. Our emotions are all over the place. This is all new for everybody. We don't know how to handle this. So you're not alone, okay? Don't get down on yourself for not always being able to pull yourself out of a depression. Just kind of ride the wave. Do the bare minimum right now, like the bare minimum to get you going, right? Eat the right foods, drink your water, make sure you're sleeping, and make sure you're being active. And then if you just keep doing those, they'll build up, and you'll get out of your slump. That's the goal here. Again, it's not about perfection, guys. If you try to be perfect, you will fail every time, and you will always disappoint yourself. And disappointment leads to resentment, and when you resent something, you don't want to do it. And you don't want to resent being healthy. That's not fun. Tej, miss you too. Hang in there. Oh, yeah, Plankton Anita. Yeah, Anita, again, like, we're all going through this. I feel for you, girl. I'm so happy you took the time to actually go for a walk. Like, kudos to you. I bet it was not easy to actually step out the door. I know that was not easy, so kudos to you. Let me see if we got other questions in here, guys. So nutrition seems to be tough for you guys. Finding the motivation seems to be tough for you guys. What else? Anything you guys are surprised with? Like, pleasantly surprised that you're doing well with? Let's talk about some wins. Has anybody had any victories? Any awesome success so far? We've had quite a few people, like within the first week. We're only on our second week, so we're on our second week of the 28-day challenge. This is our day 8, I think. Only on day 8. Day 8? Something like that. Day 8, and like collectively as a group so far, all the challengers have lost, oh my goodness, hundreds of pounds collectively. Like the first week, everybody crushed it. It was crazy. We had people losing 10 pounds in 1 week, 5 pounds in 1 week, even like 1 pound in 1 week is amazing. Like, it's one step closer, 1 pound less you have to lose. So they're killing it there. Can we do a workout outside? Maybe we can all be 10 feet apart. Sandra, I think that will be a very, very, we need a large space for that. 10 feet apart. That's funny. I would definitely suggest, though, off of Sandra's idea, start working out outside a little bit. Obviously, we still need to practice social distancing, so don't kind of gather as a big group. But as your family, you guys can just go outside in the backyard and get some fresh air. Even just stretching, guys. Don't underestimate the power of stretching. Sometimes people feel pressure to have a crazy workout and sweat like crazy to feel accomplished. That's not the case. You don't have to sweat like crazy every time to get a good workout. Sometimes stretching is just enough, and it's all you need to kind of boost your system. So don't underestimate the power of stretching. Yes, I started with, yes, Severine's killing it. Hey, Shamala. Hey, Jess. Let's see. I love the idea, but probably not. Write your goals down and tape them all over your house fridge. Yes, Deb, awesome. So this goes on back on kind of the principles. So if you heard me speak before, if you heard my partner Ryan speak before, you've heard us say that you need to, number one, know the facts of where you are. So you need to know your point A. So what is your point A? And the thing about this world we live in is we think about like feelings. We base everything on feelings. I think I'm losing weight. I think I feel good. I think I'm on the right track. But the thing is, no business would be successful if we based things on feelings. You have to base things on facts if you want to grow. Statistics, data if you want to grow. But most people don't know their stats. So first of all, what's your point A? What are your stats? Right? How much do you weigh? What's your body fat percentage? What are your inches? What are your bad habits? How many meals do you eat a day? Do you skip meals? Are you drinking your water? Like, how's your sleep? Stress management? So, like, you need to assess all of these things. Who is the current you? Bad habits and all, insecurities and all. Write them down. Write them down. I have one. I've made it. My list is full of all the bad habits I have, all the insecurities I have. And you write that down in one column, and then that's your point A. Now you're clear on where you need to go. You're clear on your starting coordinates. And then you need to figure out your point B. Again, people have this vague idea of how they want to feel, right? I want to feel fit. I want to be toned, whatever. They have this vague destination. So get specific on the destination. And this goes off of what Deb says. What are your goals? And not just lose 20 pounds. That's not good enough. That goal is not going to encourage you to push through the hard times. It's not good enough, right? Because in the moment, that donut looks too good. The 20 pounds will still be there. I can start again tomorrow. So that's not specific enough to make you successful. So now you have, this current point A of you. You need to go into that point B. Who do you want to become? So how much does this future you weigh? What does she look like? What does she wear? How does she act? What's her new personality? What things does she get to do now? What does her confidence open up? What opportunities does she do? What job does she have? So this future you. My name, first of all, name that future you. I'm multi-millionaire Madison. That's my future me. That's what I'm working towards. So name your future you. Now you have point A. Now you have point B. You can put those 2 points into a GPS and get to your destination fast. Okay, that is the goal. So Deb, awesome. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, write your goals everywhere. I mean, we're home all the time, so you might as well see them all the time. I have mine on my bathroom mirror, and I have mine on some whiteboards, and I have it in my phone. So if I'm out, I can look at it. Post it everywhere, on the fridge, on your phone case, anywhere. Anywhere. Put it on your computer desktop screen. Anywhere. Ryan has a loud voice. We can hear him from afar. Huh? Yes. Yes. Ryan has been missing you guys. Hey, Liza. Liza, how have you been doing, my dear? How's the quarantine been treating you? How's the family? Are you able to stay on track with the food? Are you able to get your workouts in? How are you mentally? Are you strong? Are you feeling good? Let me know, guys. Sandra, how's your daughter doing? Is she doing okay? Deb, how's your family? I think Deb, are you just with the hubby? With the boyfriend? Is he going crazy? Is he being a good influence? I always see Deb on Instagram cooking her healthy food and then her boyfriend's healthy food. And she's got some crazy willpower. It's really awesome to watch. So that's really cool there. Yeah, Liza, let me know how you are doing. Any other questions, guys? Let me know. I'm a free book. We're going to do this for about 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. So get your questions in now. Comment other people, tag them in here so they can get on the live and ask their questions really quickly. Liza says, trying to be strong. I feel you, girl. We're all trying. That's all it is, right? And that's kind of what we're here for and what this group is. I created this group for is to kind of just to lean on, to be strong, to give you courage when you can't find it yourself. Like, let me be your pillar. Let me be your courage. Let me be your leader. Lean on me. I will be strong for you guys. I know, again, we go through waves of emotion. Liza's gotten a few workouts in. Meals have been up and down. Yeah, so as long as there's more ups than downs, Liza, then you're on track. Okay, make sure the ups stay up and reduce the downs. You just have to be 1% better every day. That's all we ask here in Fit Queen. That's all we ask. You be 1% better than you were yesterday. Right? It's about small little steps, not huge leaps. We're not going to get very far if we try to run a marathon tomorrow. You got to start with a little jog. Okay? So let's see who's still on here. Taji, Anita, Liza, Deb, Shamala. Shamala, how are you doing, my dear? How's the family? Shamala's got a big family too. Shamla, are you getting your workouts in? I can see you posting them in the other Facebook group and you're killing it. I love it. I love it. Have you guys ever underestimated the power of a at-home workout before and then completed it and you were like, holy crap, I shouldn't have talked so much crap about it? Because the workouts we've created for the 28-day slim down are beating everybody up. It's hilarious to watch. People always underestimate at-home workouts. And I feel like at-home workouts get a really bad rap. Like, does anybody have a preconceived notion of at-home workouts? Anna, what's up? I haven't gained or lost. Okay, Liza. Yeah, does anybody have, like, before all this went down, before all this quarantine happened, and I feel like at-home workouts had a really bad rap, but now everybody's jumping online. It's really funny to watch. But now that you most of you have experienced it, and me in particular participating in them and leading them for you guys, it's shifted my mindset on what an at-home workout can be. It can be just as effective as a gym, if not more effective. It's way more convenient. The only thing you have to get used to is, pushing yourself to actually get started, which is no different than going in person to a gym, because, some days you don't want to go into the gym and you have to push yourself to actually make it to the gym. So really not a lot of differences as far as the results and the type of workout you can get. It's just preference, really. But I really noticed that I really had a preconceived notion of at-home workouts, and I've definitely kind of broken that for sure. Shamla says, we are surviving, getting all the workouts in. Meals are meh. Shamla, why are they meh? What does that mean? Are you eating more than you should? Are you eating less than you should? Are you skipping? Are you forgetting? Are you picking at other people's plates? Why are they meh? What does that mean? No, let's talk through it. I didn't think I would be motivated to do the workout, so I've really surprised myself. Aw, that's so nice. It's nice when you can prove to yourself how hardworking you are. It's nice getting that little boost of reassurance during these times, for sure. And yeah, I saw, Shamo, I saw the hubby, I saw Renee post something really funny about one of the workouts. I laughed really hard. It's really cool when you get your whole family involved. That's another thing, guys. If you're struggling to work out, get a partner involved. What I'm going to do is, I don't know if you guys have heard of Zoom. Zoom is this like video platform where we can all talk together instead of me just talking and you guys typing. I got to upgrade my account with that. I've had an account for a while, but I want to get everybody involved in it and stream it through Facebook. So I got to get a new account. I'm working on that. So then we can kind of all participate together. Shamla says all of the above. Fair enough. Fair enough. Guys, the last week, okay, I'm going to share this with you guys. Last week, I was struggling too with, like, just like you guys, I was struggling with a routine. Okay, over the past couple months, I was really loving my routine. I got into an awesome structured day. I knew exactly when I had to do what, where I was going to be, what I was going to get done, and it was like clockwork for a couple months, and I was really, really happy. And then this hit, we closed the gym early, and then now I have no routine, you know? It's really hard to maintain that routine. Hey, Tanya! It's really hard to maintain that routine when no one's holding you accountable, right? You don't have clients waiting for you to show up at work. You don't have, your boss or calls or work to get done or emails to send out. Like, you don't have the list of things like you usually do. I still have work I have to do. I still have to develop programs. I still have to answer emails. I still got to encourage you guys and create content for you guys. But it's different now, right? Now I have to remake the schedule that I had. It's like so perfectly fine-tuned. Is anybody else there? Like, I was like on fire for a couple months, and then this just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. And last week, I kind of used it as an excuse to slack off with my schedule. And what ended up happening was, number one, I missed a couple of my workouts because I did not organize my time properly. And as a result, my timing was off. I didn't fit them in. And then when I miss a workout, that throws me off even more, right? I feel guilty. I get upset at myself. So my timing was screwed up. I was less productive than usual. So I'm working from home and I didn't get nearly as much done as I'd wanted to. So really upset myself there. I have goals. I have things that need to get done. And again, I didn't structure my day. I didn't fit it in. I let the hours get away from me. And then, when we let these things go, our mental health goes too. So last week was a rough week for me. I don't know if you guys saw one of my recent Instagram posts. What I did, and what Ryan and I did, my boyfriend, we sat down, we looked at a whiteboard, and we wrote down our schedule, hour by hour, every day. From wake up to sleep. We wrote down what we're doing every hour, so that way we can stick to it. We're held accountable, and I can start getting my groove again there. I think being limited on going to the grocery store has me falling back. Yes, falling back into regular meals. But my breakfast and luncheon have been on point. Dinner just goes awry. So yeah, usually that's not uncommon, Shamla. Dinner is usually the one that people fall off with, or like a late night snack. Totally normal. As long as, you know, this is why we have these calls. Talk about it, become more aware of it, and let's talk about solutions. That's the whole point. Yeah, Sandra agrees. The issue is a routine. Totally. I miss my routine. Totally, guys. I feel with you. And last week it beat me up. Nancy, absolutely. Less productive without a routine. It's been a hard transition, but we're trying to get back on track. Yeah, as long as you guys are making steps, okay? What I don't want to happen, and what's really easy to do, is fall back into your old habits. Your old bad habits that got you to where you weren't happy. Got you the body you weren't happy with. Decreased your confidence, made you less productive, made you shine less in your day. Like, those are not good. So you need to cut it out immediately and start planning your days better. Even if that's just, guys, it's as simple as starting to wake up at the same time every day. It's as simple as waking up at the same time every day and waking up to your first alarm. Okay? Stop pressing snooze. Who's been pressing snooze? Has everybody been pressing snooze? Don't press snooze. So the first step is just building that consistency. So how can we do that? Number one thing, wake up at the same time every day. Boom. Go to sleep at the same time every day. The worst, and you know what I hate, guys? I'm totally a morning person. I am not a late night person at all. But what I found myself doing, because I let my mornings get away from me, or I sleep in here and there, I'm pushing all my work late at night, and I hate that. I get miserable, I get stressed out if I can't relax before I go to bed, and then that just puts me in a bad mindset to go to sleep, and then I go to sleep in a bad mindset, I wake up in a bad mindset, and it keeps spiraling out of control. So wake up consistently, build consistently, put alarms on your phone to remember to do things, okay? Get all the pushing you can. Anita, guilty, yeah, right? Stop pressing snooze. I'm guilty too, guys. I usually have 2 alarms, but I've been pretty good lately. So yeah, so first of all, guys, step number 1, let's build the routine back. Okay, don't feel guilty that you lost it. I've lost it. Let's get it back. You got to wake up at the same time every day. Try to keep your meals consistent through the day. Okay, the good thing is, I mean, there's not a whole lot of things we need to do. So you can make room for things now. You know, a lot of clients I have in the past, the number one excuse I always hear is, I don't have time. Like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. And now there's no excuse. Now there's no time excuse, right? So make time, okay? It's very, very simple. Make time to wake up. Like, schedule your wake up time, schedule your sleep time, and schedule your meals in. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, when you're going to cook and when you're going to eat. And that's it. And then everything else can kind of fall in between. And then, you know, if you are working from home, if you do have extra work to get done, you can schedule your work in there too. Like, from 8 to 10, you work on whatever, marketing. And then from 10 to 11, you eat lunch. Like, whatever it is, just fit it in, okay? Shamala, these live streams really are sunshine in my day. Oh, thank you. That's the whole point. I'm really glad you said that, Shamala. You know, I mean, especially today, I'm glad I can bring some sunshine. It's actually kind of, the weather's nice outside, but there's no sun, which is like really dreary and gloomy, which is not fun. So I'm glad, this is the whole point, guys. So I'm super glad you guys tuned in. I'm going to jump off in 1 more minute, okay? So ask your questions, leave your comments, share your victories. If you guys have had any revelations, or if you're going to do anything differently after this call, comment below. Nancy, Anita,